When the death of singer Darius Danesh was announced on Tuesday, it brought back special memories for one of his close friends, businessman and Phones For You founder John Caudwell.
John's mum, Beryl, was a huge fan of Darius's music and has made special trips from America to perform at her bedside when she was ill and at her funeral. John shared this video on social media.
In the sky, you'll get by. It's the time, smile through your fear and sorrow. Smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through.
Well, I'm delighted to say we can speak to John now. Good morning to you, John. What special moments those were.
Just amazing moments, yeah. And my mother instantly fell in love with Darius. She just loved operatic music. And but of course, he's a tall, good-looking man, lots of charisma, but more than anything, just incredibly kind, which you can see from the video I took of that occasion. And he spent 24 hours with my mother. It wasn't just a flying visit, you know, we had dinner together and breakfast together, and mother was just adoring, and it really, really transformed her week or a month even.
And now your mum's name was Beryl, and I'm not sure, you know, what condition she was in at that time, but I think, listening carefully, was she very, very faintly singing along? I think I could hear her just slightly singing along.
Yeah, well, she had a stroke when she was 80, and when that video was taken, she was 97. She was bedridden with all sorts of illnesses, including cancer, and the stroke had taken her use away, and it had also taken her speech away. But she was able to sing a few notes and also to say some words when she was inspired in a situation like that.
Oh, we're just having another look at it now, John. I imagine these are very emotional images that you have forever now. That people are learning a bit more about Darius maybe than they knew before. What was your connection with him originally? How was it that you formed this bond?
Well, it was about 20 years ago, and he helped us out with Caudwell Children, the charity I founded in 2020. And we lost contact for a while because he went over to America to further his career. But then after that, we became very good friends. And I mean, mainly really through, once again, through charity, but through his kindness. And so we had quite a lot to do with each other in the last few years. And, you know, he couldn't really do enough for people, but it was the emotion in his heart that was so contagious, because, you know, he really oozed kindness and consideration.
It's often the case, isn't it, John? You probably know this from other people. You often find out a lot more about people after they die. And in this case, with this young man, a lot of us are finding out things from people like you about the things he was doing behind the scenes, you know, things individually he was doing privately and personally for friends.
Yeah. Well, I was lucky enough to find out these things during his lifetime, and it's what becomes such an incredible shock. You know, he'd had one or two health problems, and he and I had got very, very similar views on health, on diet, and the way that we treat our bodies and trying to keep healthy. But of course, he had his car crash, which caused him a lot of back problems, a lot of pain. So he had his challenges, but overall, he seemed in really good health and really good spirit. And to find out, as I did earlier this week, that he had died was an incredible shock, first of all, but then followed by immense sadness that such a kind human being had died really in his prime.
Well, John, it's nice to catch up with you, and thanks so much for sharing those images. They are very special. I know they're very personal to you, so thanks very much.
Thank you.
Oh, they were very moving, weren't they, those
Wow.
videos? Beautiful.